Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show helps raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding a wide open is just what we do. Being a great person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. And today we're going to be diving into why underdogs simply do it fucking better, right? Like underdogs really they outperform expectations because they possess unique qualities and advantages that really stem from their position of being the fucking underdog, right? Like, man, I'm a big advocate for underdogs. I consider myself an underdog. I actually thrive on being the motherfucking underdog, right? Whether it be at work, whether it be in my hobbies, whether it be whatever it is. Like, I always have that underdog approach. I always have that underdog mindset. I always have that underdog mentality because it's really helped me level up. It's really helped me expand my capacity of what you thought was possible in order to grow into a better fucking man, right? And so today we're going to be really using the underdog advantage to become better men, right? But in regards to a better man, there's so many different topics that you could really apply to your life in order to become a better man, right? Are you the underdog in your family because you've never made more than 100 grand, right? Are you the underdog in your I don't know, in your fucking in your motorsport hobbies, right? Like, are you the underdog? I tend to always be the underdog when it comes to my motorsport hobbies. Bro, I fucking go and drive. My daily driver is a turbo Silverado. Makes on this highest setting probably somewhere around 800 to 900 horsepower, right? And then I go race supercars that they look at me and they're like, "Yo, this guy's never gonna have a chance at winning, right? Because it's a fucking truck. A lot of the times it weighs fucking a lot more than these cars that I'm racing. And yet I love racing high horsepower cars that always looking at me like, yo, this fucking guy is nuts. What the fuck do you really think he is? He has no business being here. And then proving to them by my win that the underdogs fucking come up on top, right? And so you see the underdog mindset, the underdog mentality, the underdog approach at life really just the reason why I like it so much is because it brings this relentless work ethic, right? You see, underdogs, they know that they can't rely on the superior resources or on their reputation, right? Because they're fucking underdogs. If they didn't have their badass resources, if they didn't have gangster ass reputation, they didn't have established who they were or who they are, then they wouldn't be classified as an underdog, right? So what we end up doing is that we end up putting extra hours and we put way more fucking effort than the normal person to be able to close the gap from where we are to where all these other people that really have it in a better sense of life than the underdogs do, right? And so, the underdog drive, like, man, they really fucking drive hard. We really fucking drive hard to prove ourselves and to push ourselves to be able to not only outwork but outthink our competitors, right? I love this mindset. I love this approach. I love having this underdog mindset because it keeps me hungry. It keeps me willing to fucking do more and to be more. It keeps me wanting to grow and to outperform and to outthink the competitors. And let's say for a racing standpoint, because they never see it coming, right? And when you fucking win, when you fucking level up, when you prove to them, it just feels so much fucking better because you were the underdog. They never expected you to win. They never saw you coming. They never thought that you had business being in there in the ring with them, and yet you proved to them that you were the fucking man, that you were the underdog, right? And yes, being the underdog does come with a little bit of disadvantage because you do have to work harder. You do have to fucking outthink them. You do have to put in extra hours. You do have to be able to close the gap of where you want to go, but it makes you become better. It makes you grow. It makes you expand. It makes you level up. It makes you literally expand your capacity of what you would think is possible in order to hang with the people that are doing it at a higher level than you are, right? And that's why I like being an underdog, because if you always have that underdog mentality, if you always have that underdog approach, like you're always trying to climb to a better place. You're always trying to elevate yourself to a higher status. You're always trying to do more and be more because you're constantly under the underdog, right? And being the underdog means that you're fucking in rooms, in places, and hanging out with people that typically you don't have no business doing that yet, right? But you expanding your capacity, you're expanding your knowledge, you're proving to your mind that you do have what it takes to fucking be there, right? You do have what it takes to fucking prove to them that you can hang with them, right? And so underdogs, they have like a high sense of hunger. We have a high sense of passion. We just fucking want it more. And a lot of the times we use that fucking drive to level up, right? You see, like underdogs, we have a stronger emotional connection to our craft because we're typically doing it for the love of the sport, not just for for some fucking fame, for some clout, or for even some financial gain. Like, man, I can't tell you how many times, and I'm gonna stick back to this example with my truck, how many times that like people go to race and then they're like, oh no, but that's a truck, you know, and then once they really see, you know, that it makes a lot of horsepower and that I do probably have some fucking backing behind me to go race these fucking cars, right? Man, what a fucking truck. A truck has no business racing Corvettes. A truck has no business racing fucking Camaros, Mustangs. Like, those are all sports cars, and a truck is not meant to do that. But then once they see that I could potentially hang with them, right? And then start putting, well, let's race for money, or oh, let's race for some fame, or like, bro, but for that isn't it. For me, that's not what it's about. For me, it's for the love of the sport, for the love of the game. Like, that's why I love it. That's, for me, it's just really just to prove to them that I do have fucking business, and at the end of the day, to show them that a fucking truck outran them. Like, there's a reason why my license plate says 6K pounds, because I want to remind people that it's 6,000 pounds we're fucking pushing here. And as I pass them, I go ahead and blow my train horns to get their attention, to prove to them that the motherfucking underdog does come up on top, right? We literally translate our passion into intense focus to prove every aspect of our performance, right? Like, we level up because it's hard. We level up because it's meaningful. We level up because we have love for the game, not just for some fucking financial gain. Like, it's who we are. It's who we become in the process of being an underdog, right? Being an underdog just means that you want to be in other levels that you are not right now, right? And so, as you want to be in rooms, maybe it could be in your financial status. Maybe you want to hang around with people who fucking make a lot more money than you. Well, they're going to look at you like you're the underdog because you don't belong there. But you have to prove to yourself that you do. And you have to work harder. You have to give more effort. You got to grow. You got to outthink, and outperform the fucking people around you so that you can become that man, so that you can translate yourself into a higher capacity. You can prove to your fucking mind that you do have what it fucking takes, right? And that's why I love the underdog approach, because it gives you this sense of hunger, it gives you this sense of passion, it gives you this sense of fucking grit that normal people don't fucking have, because it's easy for a lot of people, right? Yet the underdog knows that it's hard, knows that it's difficult, and yet still goes after those fucking challenges, still goes after it, right? You see, underdogs, we tend to have this risk-taking mentality, right? And when I say a risk-taking mentality, it doesn't mean you're going to be like going out and doing like whatever you think, just like without even processing. No, it's calculated risk. But most times, the people that we're going against have so much more to lose, and us as being the underdog, we don't have that much to lose. And so what it does is it allow us to take calculated risks that other people might avoid, right? And so these bold moves, then what they do is they really can disrupt the status quo, and they lead to unexpected victories, right? To circle back to the example of my truck, man, I can't tell you how many times I've won, and also I've lost a lot, because I've lost a lot of races because I always be that underdog. I'm always going for fast ass races. I'm only going for races that I don't even belong in that category, but yeah, I want to prove to those motherfuckers that I do have what it takes, right? And so typically I go in and I fucking disrupt their status quo. And then what happens, that when they get fucking beat by a heavy ass truck, they never expected, they never saw it coming, and I fucking I feel so much better. It feels so good. It feels like yo, you got walked on by a truck, dog, and yet you have a sports car, right? And that's only in the racing capacity, right? Like this could be in your financial being, in your career, in your job, in your fitness. Like, man, you know what I love? You know, it gives you a good fucking sense. Like when now I wear a lot tighter clothes because I've evolved in my sense of how I see myself and my identity of being fit, right? But as I was transitioning, right, and I was like real fit underneath, and you take off your shirt and people don't expect that. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? I didn't know you had that shit underneath. They see your muscles, your fucking abs and all that shit, and they're like, yo, they excuse me, it's a fucking level up. It's fuel for yourself, right? Because they never fucking saw it coming. See, us underdogs, we thrive, we thrive on being underestimated, and what we do is we use that to fuel us. We use that to push harder. We use that to grow more, right? Not because we're out to fucking to prove something or to show other people that we're better than them. Absolutely not. Actually, the only man that I think I'm better in is the man that was yesterday. However, I continue with this underdog mindset because it helps me level up. It helps me grow. It helps me do more and be more in all areas of life, whether it be racing, financially, relationships, my health, my fitness, my being. Like, I always have that underdog approach because it keeps me hungry. It keeps me passionate. It keeps me fueled to fucking do more and to be more, right? So the question that I want to leave you here with today is, what areas of your life are you the underdog in, right? Like, think about it. And maybe you're the underdog like me in a lot of different areas, right? Because I split my life into categories and I go and I grow each category, right? Whether it be body, being, balance, or business. And I expand my capacity of what I think is possible, right? But in your area, in your life, where are you the underdog in, right? And more importantly, the challenge for you today here is how can you use the principles that we covered today, the mindset, the approach, the way of thinking about it, so that you can become better, so that you can do it better, so that you can show and prove others that underdogs do have some fucking fight in the game, that underdogs do have what it takes to come up on top. And how can you use these fucking ideas to expand your capacity, to grow, to do more, and to be more, right? You see, you may not always have the strongest team or the best equipment, but heart and determination will always close the gap, my friend. Do more and be more, level up because of it. Use the underdog advantage to your advantage. Shine, my brother. You got this shit. Let's get to fucking work. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground and I'm calling all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. By any chance you still haven't subscribed yet, man, go ahead and smash that button so you never miss another episode. And if you connected with today's message, if you resonated with today's message, if you're also a motherfucking underdog, you want to use that shit to your advantage, man, do me a favor. Share this on your story. And please make sure you tag me so I know. Wide Open Randy. Because those are the actions that help more gearheads to see and hear about this podcast. And ultimately, that's how our community grows. Catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.